Hey everybody, welcome back to your favorite hindsight day trading show known as I'm Afraid You Missed It. My name's Kenny Glick. Nothing better than I do more than show trades after the fact, telling you what we did and what you could have done. But again, that's how it works. But more importantly, I'm not cherry picking. Why am I looking at SEDG today? I'm going to give you one guess. They reported earnings. The stock's already been hammered. And it's been getting hammered for many months now. And that's when I love coming in. And you see the stock was at 389 and now it's sitting here at 63 bucks. That's when I start loving stocks. Not that this is going to be some, swing trade or, some investment of mine, but once a stock is destroyed, that's when you have a chance for the dip on the earnings report, if it's sold off into the earnings or after the earnings, for there to be some short covering, and you're witnessing it right now. Now, what you're looking at in my chart, I want to erase some of these red lines right for you in the middle, right? And this is what we do. So the earnings came out, right? And the stock got smoked yesterday. So we take note of the low, and it bottomed out around 64.27, right? Bang. And then I was debating to buy it in the aftermarket because I love 67.50, a very specific area. But before we even get there, just look at some of the prices that it held last night. And you see that one candle there? Bang, bang. Look how that came into play this morning. And then the 67.50 around here. So last night, and this is one of those adages, or again, we're still long the stock, by the way, right now as it's moving higher. One of those, you heard sayings. Everybody's got a saying. There's a million things about the market that people, continue to use. And a lot of these, they're based in reality and based in fact. What happens in the aftermarket quite often gets mimicked in the next day's session. And I've noticed that if a stock has extreme volatility in the aftermarket and certain levels were tagged, those levels will be tagged again the next day. So I woke up this morning, the first thing I'm thinking is, when do I buy SEDG? And I missed it. So it got down to the 66.50 again. That's where I wanted to buy it. It got past the 67.50. I should have been buying here. Then it broke the VWAP. And again, for my friends who are talking about, a trade that works every single time it shows up, you're witnessing it right now. So if a stock is already sold off into the earnings report and then it gaps down on that report, those stocks are more susceptible for the squeeze, the short covering, and of course, there are people out there that like this stock. Hey, look, if you liked it at 375, you got to love it here at 75, right? Again, none of that matters to me. I don't even care what this company does, what industry it is. I know it's solar. I know they reported earnings. All I care about is blue lines and orange lines because that's how the market works. So I take into consideration what the stock did yesterday. It rallied all the way to 82.75. Am I expecting that today? Yeah, I'm factoring it in. But more importantly, look at this level right here where it couldn't get over this morning, is where you just broke now. So the orange line is prior day VWAP. The blue line is today's VWAP. And the stock and the trade that works for me, like I said, over 95% of the time over the last, got to be, 3.5 years. If I had to go back 10 years since I've been doing this trade, it's been 12 years since I've only been doing this trade, I would still say it's about 80% of the time this trade works. This year, we haven't had a loss yet. Okay, so the idea is gap down stock on a stock that's already down. Does it break VWAP? Yes, it did. Buy it. So if you bought at $69, you made yourself close to 4 or 5 points right out of the open. Now, again, I don't like holding stocks into the open. So at 9.25, we're selling the stock before the open. Yeah, we left a couple of points on the table, but then it sets up again. The beautiful thing about being an active trader is that we look for setups that continuously work. And once again, see where it broke under the VWAP? I'm not shorting the stock. I'm not interested in shorting a stock that's already down from $375 to $75. I'm looking for a reason to buy. This is my reason to buy, okay? So you see how the bottom tick from the 930 candle just got tagged once, got tagged twice. And of course, I'm watching this stock because I'm looking for a reason to buy it. There's a reason to buy it right there. Triple bottom, 930 low, tagged. Do I buy it there? No. But you see this little moment right here as it rallies and rolls and tries to break and doesn't? That's what we call a little butt crack. You know, little butt. Look at it. Little cute little butt right there. Small butt cheek. There's the top of the crack. And you see when it broke over the crack and then it broke the VWAP? That's where I buy it. And why do I buy it there? Because stocks that are reporting earnings that break VWAP from underneath tend to go higher. And when they start to trend, they tend to go back to prior day VWAP. So with every trade that you ever do, why am I buying it? Where do I think it's going? And more importantly, when I'm wrong, not if, when I'm wrong, because you're going to get trades that are wrong, but when I'm wrong, where am I going to dump it? If you have a triple bottom, that's called a hard stop. So if you're buying at 71 here, maybe you're buying this, I don't know, I didn't trade options on the stock. I just bought the stock. Again, I'm sure this thing has options. You would have been buying the 70s or the 71s or the 7250s. I'll show you in a second. SEDG. I'm sure there are plenty to choose from. So I go weekly at the money. I would have been buying these 71s. And let's put them on the chart. So you would have been buying the 71s for $289, and now they're $430. So for $2,900, now your $2,900 will be worth $4,300. Again, I'm trading the stock because I like trading stock over options most of the time. I'm a lot more nimble. So here's my entry, 71, and I got a hard stop basically at 70. So I'm risking $1. There's no questions. That's the risk, $1. I'm not getting in or out unless something specific happens. So if I'm buying at 71, I'm not selling it unless I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, it's breaking 70 and I'll dump it all at 70, hard stop. When you're buying something that's the low, again, we're buying it off the low of the regular session, $70. That's going to be our stop. And again, if you're buying stocks, by definition, you have unlimited potential to the upside. Now, again, my potential today, I was hoping for an orange line right there at 74.86. So let's calculate. 71 with $1 of risk, looking to make 385 or more. I'm doing that trade. Because if I can risk $1 to make 3 or more, I can continue to lose 3 out of 4 times and still come out profitable. And lo and behold, 71 got us 74.86. We've sold most of what we have right here, and now we call this the fuck you lot because we don't care where it goes from here, but I'll show you where I think it's going. There's 2 days worth of VWAP. My next target is 76.25, but now that we've taken profit, we use the last breakout price, which is right there, 73.93. So now I say to myself, cool, I just made some decent money. My stop 73.93 on the rest. And my next target is the 76.25. And then I'll show you 3 days worth of VWAP. That's my next target. So if the stock continues to trend, you know, I'm down to, even if I'm down to 100 shares, I'll sell 30 here. I'll sell 30 here. And I'll continue to stick with the stock until obviously I have no stock left or it rolls over and I get stopped out at some previous levels. So right now we're sitting pretty because we sold most of it at 74.86 and we're hoping for more. If we don't have any more left, we're going to sell it right there at the 73.93. So again, just to show you I'm not cherry picking, let me show you some other trades that we did today. Caesars, okay, gap down on earnings, broke the VWAP right there, broke the multi-day, everybody got paid. And again, just like the SEDG, SEDG, you had a new setup. It held the prior day VWAP, broke back above the 1 minute. You're buying it right here, 41.72 with 25 cents of risk. Because if it breaks the orange line, chances are it's going to go lower. We're going to dump. So we're buying it here, 41.75, and you got the 43. Beautiful trade, just trading around the VWAP, trading the ranges. Beautiful trade. Caesars and the other trade that we had, well, again, I'm not going to show you the penny stocks. Those all did pretty damn well today. We had EBS, we had VTYX, and you wouldn't believe where we owned this stock. You wouldn't believe where we sold it, but I'll show it to you anyway. Friends, I know you're not going to believe this, but that's why I invite you to come to the website. This was us. We bought the 420 break coming out of the gate. Obviously, I'm a seller at $5 because I love $5. And then I said, hey, if it breaks $5, it could go to $7.50. Look where it went, 750 to the penny. Just knowing how the market works and the market mechanics and just trading price, 5 gets you 750. Look at that price. Now, did we sell it all up there? No, but we were selling it as it approached at 750.43, 745, and then on the way back down, we get dumped out at around 7 and change, and lo and behold, this thing's right under 5 again. So before I go, I just want to show you the other one. It was Caesars, it was SEDG, and I didn't trade the other one. I just can't remember the name of it right now. Give me a second. It reported earnings. I can't remember the name. Let me just find it for you. I don't have it on my P&L because I didn't trade the trade. Caesars. It was Caesars, and it was Ring. There you go. RNG. Okay? So again, very similar to what we just showed you on the Caesars. Stocks that are going down. And again, this is another stock that's been hammered from $4.22 to $25. I love it. I don't even know what it is, but I love it. $4.22 to $25. I'm interested. And what happened? They reported their earnings. The stock got smoked. So there's the setup. Stocks that have already been going down, that report earnings, and are still gapping down, are ripe or susceptible for some buying and some squeezing. And when does that squeeze happen? There's the 1 minute. There's the multi-day. There's where it went green. 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal for the win on RNG as well. And as you can see, that trade's over because we don't hold stocks that break back below the VWAP. All right, another great day. My website is free until I find you some winning trades. And again, that usually is in the first 20 minutes of you meeting me. But I also will allow you to stay for at least 2 or 3 weeks to get to know me, get to know my crew, and see if there's somewhere you want to spend the next 3 to 5 years hanging with me so I could show you how this market works. And I like to tell you right now, the market is rigged, and it's rigged to price. Once you see it, you'll never unsee it. Have a great day, everybody.